Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss momentum, as well as the conservation of momentum and how to think about momentum as a vector. So to start off with, the equation to calculate momentum is mass times velocity. So the SI units for momentum are kilogram meters per second. So velocity is meters per second and mass is in kilograms. So the SI units for momentum is kilogram meter seconds. So with this question, we're given two cars. Car A is going at 5 meters per second to a rightward direction, whereas car B is going 6 meters per second in the leftward direction. Essentially, the question asks, what happens to car A if these two collide, they have a collision, and car B rebounds to the right at 2 meters per second. So what happens to car A? So we're also told in the question that this is an elastic collision. Now, in an elastic collision, the initial momentum will equal the final momentum. This is very different to an inelastic collision, where the final momentum might not necessarily equal the initial momentum. Typically, we see a loss of momentum. Now, the last thing to realize with momentum is that momentum is a vector quantity, meaning it has a direction. So if we draw our little axes here, we can denote the uppermost side, the positive, and towards the right, a positive. So with regards to car A, it's traveling in this direction, meaning that it has positive momentum. And again, this is only because momentum is a vector quantity, meaning it has a direction. Now, this is different to B. B is traveling towards the left, meaning it's going in the negative direction here. So when we refer to B, we have to use a negative momentum, and when we refer to A, we have to use a positive momentum. So I forgot to write it, but we're also told that car A is equal to 0.4 kilograms, and car B is equal to 0.2 kilograms. So with these questions, the first thing you have to do is calculate the initial momentum. So the total momentum of car A and B while factoring in that they are vector quantities. So the initial momentum is going to be equal to car A, the momentum of car A, plus the momentum of car B. Now, because car A is moving in the positive direction, we can give it a positive momentum. So the initial momentum is going to be equal to 0.4 kilograms times 5 meters per second. And because car B is going in the negative direction, we minus that momentum. So that'll be 6 meters per second times by 0.2 kilograms. Now, this will give us 0.8 kilograms meters per second. Now, because this is an elastic collision, the final momentum will also equal 0.8. So using this, we can then calculate what will happen to car A. So firstly, we go 0.8 will equal. Now, we're told that car B goes to the right at 2 meters per second, meaning that it's going to have a positive momentum. So 0.8 will equal 0.2 kilograms times 2 meters per second, plus the momentum of car A. So if we just work this out, 0.8 will equal 0.4 plus the momentum of A. So just rearranging this, we find that the momentum of car A will equal 0.4 kilograms meters per second. And we're also told that car A is 0.4 kilograms, therefore 0.4 kilograms per meters per second divided by 0.4 kilograms will give us 1 meter per second. And that's a positive momentum. So car A is going to go 1 meters per second to the right in the positive direction. So just as a final summary, with regards to the Gamsat, it's important to know that momentum is essentially the mass times the velocity. You should also know that momentum is a vector quantity, meaning that it has a direction, and directions can be subtractive or summative. So in the last example, we saw that there was 2 positive momentum, so we can add them together for the final momentum. Now, the last thing you should know is that in an elastic collision, the initial momentum will always equal the final momentum. And in an inelastic collision, oh, that's a bit of a tongue twister. In an inelastic collision, momentum is not conserved, therefore it may not equal each other, or it will not equal each other. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys learned anything or if you enjoyed it, please drop a like below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.